Hello friends, my name is Evgeny, I'm from Ukraine. I'm watching my video using this service, since my pronunciation of the English language does not allow me to do it myself. Thanks for understanding.
The 357th day of the war between Russia and Ukraine continues. Let's look at the main events over the past day. In the Donetsk direction, according to the General Staff of Ukraine, the Russians continue to conduct an offensive in the Bakhmut, Avdiivka, and Novopavlovsk sectors. Also, a report from the General Staff states that over the past 24 hours, attacks in the areas of the settlements of Fedorivka, Bakhmut, and Ivanivsky have been repulsed in the Bakhmut sector. According to Ukrainian telegram channels, the situation in the Paraskoviivka area today is incredibly difficult. At night, PMC Wagner decided to go on an active offensive and at the moment, close to the village, fighting is going on. Most of the Slovyansk-Bakhmut highway is under the control of the Wagner PMC. The assault groups went on an active offensive and advanced across the fields to the settlement of Zalesnyansky, where heavy fighting is now taking place close to the settlement. Meanwhile, PMC Wagner, according to unconfirmed reports, is also trying to move towards the settlement of Berkivka, which carries the danger of encirclement defending the settlement of Paraskoviivka. In Bakhmut itself, the situation remains difficult. From the Ukrainian side, there are reports of a slight advance of the Russians in the private sector, although a specific area is not specified. On the Russian side, they claim that their troops managed to advance on the eastern and southeastern outskirts of the city. Meanwhile, the archives of state institutions are being taken out of Bakhmut. Ukrainian volunteer Vyacheslav Ilchenko posted a video of documents being loaded into a truck from the city education department and the pension fund. They are thrown through a window broken by shelling in batches and stored in a car. At the same time, a tactical retreat was allowed in the eastern grouping of the armed forces of Ukraine, answering the question of journalists under what conditions the Ukrainian forces would withdraw from Bakhmut. Tactical retreats are possible in different situations, primarily to preserve personnel, in order to improve our tactical position and more effectively conduct a defense operation in order to level the line of defense, said Serhiy Cherevaty, spokesman for the eastern group of Ukraine. According to him, it is important that the enemy does not have the opportunity to systematically break through our defenses, because then he will bring down the rear and simply move in the direction of the main attack. For example, in this case, these are Slovyansk and Kramatorsk. The soldiers in the Bakhmut sector perform a very important function. They bleed the enemy. They destroy the best Russian units. With each such battle, the enemy becomes less and less combat ready, Serhiy Cherevaty added. Friends, as you can see, there have been very few views on the channel lately, which is why I have practically no income. If you have the opportunity to support me financially, I will be very grateful. Thank you. Meanwhile, General Mark Milley predicts that Ukrainian forces will not retreat from Bakhmut. The head of the NATO Joint Chiefs of Staff said this at a press conference following the Ramstein meeting. The most dynamic shifting of the front line in both directions in general takes place in the Bakhmut area. The Ukrainians are changing, they are fighting on the defensive, the Russians, primarily PMC Wagner, are attacking. I would describe it as an extremely protracted battle of attrition with a very high level of casualties, especially from the Russian side, Milley said. The American general added that the battle for Bakhmut takes place without cunning maneuvers. It is just a series of attacks, a lot of artillery fire with an extremely high level of casualties in this particular area. How long this will continue is hard to say. This has been going on for several weeks, and I believe that it will continue as long as the Russians can continue. I don't think that the Ukrainians will simply break down and lose. They will continue to fight, Milley said. But at the same time, the New York Times writes that the meeting at Ramstein is unlikely to help Ukraine keep Bakhmut. Whatever plans Ukraine's allies make following the results of the meetings that ended on Wednesday, it becomes clear that it would be too late to help Bakhmut, the article says. At Bakhmut, Russian troops appear to be close to their first significant victory in months. The newspaper writes that Ukraine is evaluating civilians from Bakhmut and therefore may prepare to retreat from the city. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and please leave comments. It helps in promoting the channel. Thank you.